Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Miasin. Today I'm actually going to be discussing the card Cyber Dragon Drag, but before I start, friendly reminder to like and subscribe because it does motivate me a lot to keep making videos like these. And I actually do want to say one final thing before I start this video, and that thing is 2 + 2 = 5. Yes, why did I just say that? It's because for some reason, a lot of people actually believe it. They don't necessarily believe that 2 + 2 = 5, but they believe in something that is fundamentally incorrect, and like instead of actually trying to question themselves, they actually just try to close their eyes, like intentionally, to avoid or deny the truth, and they kind of just stagnate in mediocrity their entire life. And like I said, they are in constant constant approval of their way of thinking instead of trying to innovate further. And they try to advocate for innovation when in reality their mindset is the exact opposite. They are very close-minded people who actually just never really want to accept anything outside the norm. And Cyber Dragon Dry is literally just that. It is a card that is 100% outside the norm. It is not a card that you see in any particular Cyber Dragon deck that anyone has made for a solid 2-3 years or something, ever since the Cybernetic Horizon support came out. And the reason for that is because it takes up your normal summon. Is that an argument enough to actually drop this card completely? I do not think so. So just to clarify something, if you're going first in a 39 card deck, basically because of Upstart Goblin, you're playing 6 Cyber Dragon Core, so the odds of seeing Core is approximately 58.8%, and if you're going second, which you should probably try to do most of the time, you have approximately a 66-ish% chance of seeing Core. Now, I just feel like a lot of people actually believe that Core will actually be in your hand 90+% of the time. They're really trying to destroy hypergeometric distributions with anecdotal evidence that isn't even just objectively, I don't know, pragmatic. They actually don't even get good results, and they kind of just try to set it as a standard that people should actually thrive for. So Cyber Dragon Dry is a level 4 monster with 1800 attack and a irrelevant amount of defense. Basically, you cannot revive it with Next Year. That kind of sucks. It has more than that, just that as a flaw, by the way. Don't worry about it. If you're normal summoning it, you can make every Cyber Dragon, not Cyber Dragon monsters on your field level 5. Those changes last until the end of the turn, and if it is banished, you can target one Cyber Dragon. Once again, Cyber Dragon, not Cyber Dragon monster. It's so annoying, and you make it indestructible by battle or by card effect, for the rest of the turn as well. So it has really cool synergy with Overflow, and also there is actually a combo where you can pretty much pop back rows through Salmo Strike when you're chain blocking Rampage. So you're going Rampage, pop Chainlink 1, and then Dry Chainlink 2 to protect your Seeger. If they're trying to strike, they're striking the Dry, so that's kind of shit. And they can't really warning Rampage. I mean, they can. Who the hell plays Warning? But they cannot really judgment any of that unless they're really trying to pay 4,000 for Overload. But then you can just Anaconda and Rampage do the same. All right, I'll just fucking do it again. But is this card really that good to me? I think so, because ever since I started playing this card, I've just had better results, and I do believe I'm honestly, like I said, a very pragmatic person. If I go from a 70% win rate to an 85% win rate consistently on a really huge sample size in very competitive events, with just more cohesive, with a more cohesive strategy that can play through hand traps better, interruptions better, well, yeah, sure, I do definitely consider it as a good card. And the reason for that is because it actually completely annihilates the need to play Galaxy Soldier and Repair Plan, which are two massive breaks in the deck. Now, once again, the people who would disagree with me are the sociopaths who just say, no, you should be drawing Core a solid 90% of the time. Are you kidding me? Galaxy Soldier never breaks, bro. I don't believe that those guys actually played enough games to the point where you draw 2 Galaxy Soldier with 4 irrelevant cards and then you just cry. And even if you even if you drew light monsters and you can make Infinity and Nova, it doesn't matter because you're going second against interruptions. So in theory, you need to make your hand as live as possible. You need to have a lot of not engine cards actually, because they do get very redundant. You have to have a bare minimum of engine cards that actually just do the maximum, with a lot of utility cards that allow you to complement your engine, make it more resilient or just more explosive so that you can actually go for a push. Like for example, in the Chaos version, the OTK version, I would be playing Chaos Dragon Levineer as a utility card, hand traps potentially, even though I don't believe that the hand traps are the correct approach, because if you do want to play hand traps, then you're opening the door to 3 tactical talents, and then the only thing that you can say is, oh my god, he just got lucky drawing the card. I mean, my boy, you could have just played Infinite and then like Kaijus and stuff like that instead, and Forbidden Drop. I mean, it's kind of on you if you are aware of the existence of a card and you are literally trying not to play around it. Another really important thing about Cyber Dragon Dry, not only does it eliminate Galaxy Soldier and Repair Plan completely, it actually transforms Core into a proactive, and I said proactive, way of making Infinity regardless of the situation. If you do not play Dry and you play Galaxy Soldier and Repair Plant instead, Core is actually a reactive way of making Infinity, and the reason why I'm saying that is because if the only engine card that you draw is Core with 5 miscellaneous card, it doesn't matter. It can be just like 5 traps or 5 hand traps, whatever. You can actually go normal Core, search Repair Plant, Emergency, not Repair Plant. Repair Plant would actually have kind of a huge disadvantage, and then next turn, your opponent, regardless of what he does, you can make Infinity. I mean, unless he makes interruptions or banishes your Core or just finds a way to put it back in your hand. And if he puts it back into your hand and you play Repair Plant and Galaxy Soldier, you're good, but that's another story for another day. But if you're playing Emergency only, regardless of if he destroys the Core or not, well, you're good, because you can just activate Emergency, search your Dry, normal summon it, make it level 5, and then make Nova and Infinity. That way, if he destroys the Core, then it's fine, because you just go Emergency, search Dry still, and then you banish Core, summon Core from deck. Not hers, that's just a really bad idea, not Cyber Dragon, please. I see so many people always summon Cyber Dragon with Core. They're like, bro, it has to summon a Cyber Dragon monster, and Cyber Dragon is the only Cyber Dragon monster in your deck. I'm like, that is not how Yu-Gi-Oh works. a lot of archetypes would be very garbage if that's the way they actually function. But you can summon Core from your deck, which is like an inherent way of just having like a recurable engine. So Core is actually a 1-card self-sufficient win condition if you're actually playing the right cards. Now, on top of making your deck just more consistent because you have to play less bricks, you're also removing 2 cards from your deck, because you're removing 3 cards and adding 1 more, so you have spots for like 2 more cards. And if you have, let's say, like Dry with 5 traps, I mean, that's just the kind of situation that I'm probably going to deal with. It's actually just as if you were drawing like Cyber Dragon or Nexture with 5 traps. Like, think about it. It's just you normal summon your monster, or you set it, and then you contact Fuse for Mega Fleet, attack, and then set 5, and congratulations, you already broke like half the board, and then you have 5 traps to like proactively break your opponent's board. But that's the reason why traps are actually played. A lot of people, once again, they look at my deck profile, they click on pause, and then they comment something really hateful and disrespectful, and they kind of just want to seem like this, like they just want to look like the smart guys, saying like, well, actually, everyone knows that hand traps are better going second. Like, bro, it's just common sense. I mean, once again, if you want to be mediocre, go for it. Like I said, I am 100% against mediocrity, and I don't believe in actually encouraging people to be mediocre. If you're watching my channel, it means that you want to be more open-minded and actually want to actually learn from other people instead of trying to constantly be the exact same person, repeat the exact same mistakes, and never actually having better results. If you're already having good results, it's not a reason to not respect other people and not try to learn more, because in theory, everyone in the entire world should always try to learn more. And I am not saying that as a teacher or someone who actually just thinks that he's the shit and that, you know, I have nothing else to learn, because I'm actually innovating on Cyber Dragon every single day of my life. And I think even with my experience, I have still a lot of like things to learn about my own deck. This deck is very, very technical, very, very like deep. It has a lot of depth to it, and it's just one of the most passionate decks out there because it just does so much with just its engine, and it is the kind of deck that is very welcoming to further support because there is already like a cohesive strategy to your deck. As I already stated, there are searchable like ways to get stuff started. There's overflow that's already there, so if we get, for example, a level 3 Cyber Dragon, you see that's already 1 extra pop that we're getting, and people might just not even think about it on the spot. They would be like, a level 3, that's awkward, now I can't really make Nova and Infinity. They should have gave me like another level 5. Well, once again, you're just being close-minded if you can't really think of every way to make a card good. And Dry, it just suffered from the same punishment. The only issues with Dry, like I said, you can't really go special summon Pankratops first and then use the effect of Dry, because you can only summon machines the turn you activate its effect. Even if you get Veiled or Infinite, the activation still went through, so you can't summon Pankratops after that like either. If you get striked, however, the activation gets negated and you can summon Pankratops, so that is kind of, in a way, one way to play around it. Although I wouldn't really, I wouldn't really main deck Pankratops Enzu King Alpha if you're playing Dry. I would kind of play my deck as, like assuming that the worst case scenario always happens. That's kind of like just my mentality in Yu-Gi-Oh! When I deck build, I always expect the worst things to happen to me, and I hope for the best. You're supposed to be an optimistic person, but I feel like you're forced to be pessimistic when deck building. You should always prepare yourself for the worst, because the worst is the only thing that is susceptible to beating you, if you can kind of understand what I'm trying to say. But this video was just really just to open people's mind on cards that are not explored, because a lot of people, like I said, I see them comments and it's just blatantly stupid. They're trying so hard to fit into a group, like a community, a society of saying no to everything just because saying no is cool. If everyone says that 2 + 2 = 5, regardless of how false and incorrect it is, it doesn't matter because other people believe in it. And that is just the most pathetic thing I have ever witnessed in my entire life playing this game. The Cyber Dragon community has a lot of work to do, and that's the reason why I'm not involved in any Facebook groups. People are just very disrespectful, very close-minded. I am openly saying that because, like I already stated, I do not encourage bad mentality, bad behavior. I always try to just I want people to improve as people, and I want them to be nicer. So that's pretty much all I had to say for this review on Cyber Dragon Dry. It wasn't much of a review, it was also especially a message to the community. So if you actually understood or learned something from this video, please let me know, and I will actually probably just do a deck profile with Cyber Dragon Dry, showing like the oh my god, I'm not even going to try this. I really need to improve my English a little bit more, but that's pretty much all I had to say. Once again, please don't forget to like and subscribe because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. That was once again very awkward. Peace, guys.